when I walk through a jam. No one knows who I am. Put your head on my chest, and I'm Mr. Success.
Mr. Success.
Never close.
Ms. Success. Are you out there this morning?
All at once I'm
Good morning. Welcome to the Inevitable Radio Show. I'm your host, William Sumner. It's a great day. I'm so excited today. We got a great show for you. We're talking about business greatness. We've been in this long series arc. It's probably our fifth or sixth show. I'd originally planned it at about 3 or 4, but each one of these shows, because of your calls, because of things that we end up covering, it's extending itself, but I'm very excited about it. Last week, we talked a lot about the tool of, what DVD do you put into your mental player? Do you put in a DVD that says, I'm great, I'm going to solve this problem, the solution is at hand, the challenge is about to be solved, the hero is big, the villain is big, the music is powerful, the imagery of success is vibrant, the colors are bright? Or do you put in a DVD that, the hero isn't so great, the heroine barely hanging on, and the villain isn't even that big? Or maybe the villain's big, it's unstoppable, it's an economy, it's a company that's laying off, you can't win. So you put in, sad music, music of despair, music of pain, I can't win, I won't solve. And day after day after day after day, you don't solve, you don't win. And if you're lucky, maybe the economy turns around. Or if you're lucky, maybe you actually have something good happen to you and you record, oh, it was luck. Or if you even have a number of good things happen to you. The movie that you put in your player is, oh my God, too many good things are happening to me. The other shoe is about to fall. Something's about to go wrong because life has been too good to me. And guess what happens? The other shoe does fall. We talked a lot about what are those movies. You are the writer, you are the director, you are the script writer. The title of today's show, I Choose My Meaning. I choose meaning. We've talked before, the brain does a 3-step process, always, constantly. Every breath, every second, cycling through this 3-step process a number of times. Write this down. This is important. Your brain chooses the meaning of the moment. I know what this moment means when this comes on the radio, when I see this email, when this person says this, when I even just see my spouse's expression. I know what this means. When you have a meaning, step 2, you assign an emotion. And that will be very automatic as well. Your spouse's look means they love me, they're mad at me. The spouse's look means whatever. The boss's expression, statement, meeting means whatever it means to you. I'm excited. It's a chance to get going. I'm scared. Something bad's about to happen. I'm afraid. You'll assign an emotion. Once the meaning and the emotion are present, you will know what to do. It might be sit there and do nothing. No action is an action. But you will pick an action. I'll defend myself. I'll attack. I'll choose anger. I'll choose greatness. I'll get excited. Ooh, big problem. Ooh, that equals big solution. Ooh, that's an opportunity for me to be a big hero. I choose the meaning is a strategy tool that begins to allow you to get into that very first step and change the meaning of what you choose. It is mostly an unconscious process, and a lot of it's based on the movie that you've been taught to play. When the economy goes downhill, man, my small business is in trouble. When the economy goes downhill, oh my goodness, this is a chance for me to accelerate past my competition. The more confusion and chaos in my market segment, in my client segment, the more the opportunity, the bigger the opportunity is for me. you get excited or you get fearful. That's a meaning. The economy goes down, there's 90% of you get in a half-empty, negative, fearful, less than, problem state, and you don't find the solution. 10% of you will get excited. We'll focus on the solution. We'll look for the positive. We'll be optimistic. We'll be half full. Hear that voice in your head, hear that DVD in your head, and you got to slow it down and go, I choose the meaning. Now, here's the tool, though, because it has to be real. It must have authenticity to you. And it's a very simple two-step process. When you look at the data point that's happening to you, and so the ones I gave you this morning, my boss says, the expression on my boss's face, my client, even how they shook my hand and their body language as I walked in their office, me getting into the car, going to my appointment, looking at my spouse's face when I tell him or her. These moments, you have to stop and look at what's the meaning.
Thank you for listening to the Inevitable Podcast. Please visit our website for more information on this extraordinary coaching system at www.theinevitableyou.com. Then, sign up for your 2-week free trial of our membership to gain access to hundreds of hours of amazing content and tools just like this. Now, back to Bill.
Now, here's the two-step process. Immediately ask yourself, is this a half full or a half empty moment? And you guys know what that means. Half full, half empty. This is a bad moment, it's half empty. This is a good moment, it's half full. This is a scary moment, half empty. This is an exciting moment, half full. I feel anger, half empty. I feel love, half full. It's easy to go to the half empty, half full truth of it. And so take this data point and even write it down. So if you are getting a lot of anxiety at work, if you're having a lot of anxiety in your relationship because habitual, consistent things continue to upset you and knock you off your balance, write it down and use the words that are in that DVD player. Use the language, use the adjective, use the verbs, write it down. This moment is half empty because, this moment is half full because. This moment is half empty because I never win. The other shoe falls. Life is cruel. Every time I get going, something stops me. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever the truth is, whatever your story is, write it down. Now, you have to then select the other meaning as well. And for every pain, there is growth. For every opportunity, there is pain and risk. So if it's half full, this tool works both ways. And you need to understand that because sometimes if you get excited about something that's half full, realize there's going to be risk or opportunity or fear or an attachment on the other side. But if your brain constantly plays the meaning of half full, you will get more power when you understand half empty. If your brain constantly plays the meaning, this is half empty, you'll get more power and choice when you really stop to investigate half full. And when you understand now there's a tipping point and a balance and there's a choice. And so it's a DVD is half empty. There's a DVD movie script, movie star, it's half full. You get to pick which movie plays. Trying to play that movie that you're the hero and you're going to win, particularly when the villain is bad and huge, it's hard to put in the I'm Hero DVD. I understand that. But the first thing is you got to understand, put that DVD in anyway. Fight the bad movie. Fight the script that you've been taught. The script that played. I'm not good enough. I can't. I won't. I'm a failure. I never win. Don't play that movie. Let's focus on this process. Let's focus on how do we take control of this? How do we win this? How do we take over this? I choose the meaning of this moment. How do I take a moment in my small business, in my sales team, in my day-to-day job, that day in and day out has produced anxiety or fear or pain. How do I really choose this? Is a great moment, because if you pick a great meaning, you're going to get great emotions flooding your body. You pick this as a crappy moment, you're going to get crappy emotions flooding your body. And that's sometimes the biggest problem, because even if intellectually you know you should do something, think something, be something, but you can't, you're paralyzed, you're helpless, it's a result of these emotions that are flooding your body. But the emotions are consciously able to be controlled, not at the point of the emotion. Because if you're sad and trying to change it to happy, or you're fearful and you're trying to change it to courage, that's a very tough hill to climb. You have to change it at the meaning point. What does this moment mean? And if it means fear and anxiety and risk and terrible danger, it's going to produce a tough emotion. But if you can figure out how to slow your brain down, and that's why we write it down, that's why we look at it. What is my strategy during my business day? What do I do? What am I wrestling with in my job? What would make my job great? How would I find greatness in my job? Why am I not finding greatness in my job? Write it down. But when you write it down, instantly think, is that half full, half empty? And flow with it. If it's half empty, write it down. Half empty. I'm about to lose this deal. Half empty. The boss is about to make my life more miserable. Write it down. Now consciously look at the half full side, and you can do that in this moment. In the actual neural moment, the neural crisis that you have at work, on your job, in your day-to-day life, it's hard in the middle of that to slow this down. But as you practice this away from the neural crisis, what you will discover is there is a half-full meaning. For danger, there is growth. For failure, there is a lesson. For pain, there is healing. And after healing, there is strength. Understand this. A bone is always stronger at the point of the break, because the body has rushed in more healing, more calcium, more nutrients. The bone never breaks in the same place twice. It will maybe break on either side of the break, but the bone is always stronger where it has been broken. Psychologically, if you understand this, you can look at what has caused you pain, caused you failure, caused you hurt. You can create a healing meaning, a great moment, a lesson of legendary proportion, and know that you are stronger at that point. You have greater strength as a result of that break in your life. So you can go to the half full moment, and you can write that down. First step, you got the data point. Second step is to write half full, half empty. Third step is to say, what do I want this moment to mean to me now and in my future? And so now when you yesterday saw your boss's expression, your spouse's expression, you got an email, you felt this moment in life, and you ran the anxiety program, the fear program, the I can't program, that DVD slipped into the movie player, and boom, there you are, screwing up, running, hiding, failing, avoiding failure, working hard, minimizing pain and damage. Now you can change the movie. Now you can change the program. Because in this third column, you're going to say, when my boss looks like that, when my email looks like that, when the client tells me no, when I've lost, when the problem is, when the challenge grows, that's when I get great. That's when my healing, knitted, powerful psychology comes to play. Because I failed at this point before. And I know what failure looks like, and now I'm going to find success. Now I'm focused on solution. Now I'm focused on strength and courage and greatness. You can do this.
Thank you for listening to the Inevitable Podcast. Please visit our website for more information on this extraordinary coaching system at www.theinevitableu.com. Then, sign up for your 2-week free trial of our membership to gain access to hundreds of hours of amazing content and tools just like this.